Welcome to Jethro's Garage. Today, we're going to make some sparks. Thank y'all for joining me. Hey, we're going to talk about grinders today. It's a topic that we all visit in some way, shape, or form according to who we are, what we're doing, and what we need the grinders for. I have a few different styles here, and we're going to go over them in just a second. Here's the grinders I personally own. It's a far-ranging mix, I've got to admit. But each of them have their uses. So we're going to start with my first grinder. First grinder I ever bought. I bought it new, and it is this Black & Decker. This poor thing has seen a lot of projects. And man, it's still kicking. Now, that being said, the deal to loosen it is almost completely stripped out. That's okay. You know, if we have to, we get a wrench in there, and real slim one's got to be a very slim one, and get everything off. But it does the job, and it's corded. So I can run this without having to worry about running out of a battery. But I do have to worry about running out of cord. But with all these, according to what we're doing and how long we're doing it, we got to worry about overheating them, because overheating them will ruin them. These are not meant for constant heavy use. Some have overload protection. This one doesn't. It will work until you let the blue smoke out. And once you let the blue smoke out, you can't put it back in. Next, we got our Harbor Freight Special. This one, probably the worst wheel I could have put on this is a wire wheel, because it takes a whole lot more oomph, power, horsepower, whatever, torque, to turn this working with it. Now, other ones, according to, so if I tried to put this big rock on there, it would, have a problem with it. But as far as 4.5 inch, 5 inch stuff, that's a lot for that one. Where I talked about the Black & Decker, the chances of this giving up the smoke is pretty significant. It's not a bad little deal. I put a attachment on it so it's there and I can pick it up and use it real fast. But if I need to do something more significant, I'm probably going to pick up something else. But this was free. I got it free with the purchase of $40 worth of stuff. I'm pretty sure that was when I purchased my little Icon mini driver kit. So if it gives up the ghost, no big deal. Throw it in the scrap bin, take the copper out of it, what have you. Next, which one's next here? They're hard to tell. These are both M18s. So this is a non-fuel version. They have got an array of different versions of these. They've got different switches according to what you want, whether it's a paddle switch or whether it's a flipper switch. This one's still pretty hot. I've been using it. Y'all probably see the use of this in another video I did a little bit ago on the repairing my tractor wheel. But this one right here, Milwaukee M18 non-fuel. Let's see, what is the model number on this old boy? I am a little blind, so I cannot see that. Let me see. Whew. I've got a high output XC 6.0 battery on it right now. It is a 2680-20. I think that's what it says. It's 10,000 RPM. Cut-off grinder. So, I have found that this one overheats, not overheats, it thermal protection, well, it shuts off a little bit faster on me, sometimes a whole lot faster on me. It's not bad for short, little small stuff. I usually keep a wheel that is made for, I don't know, stuff that isn't quite as taxing on it, if that's the word I'm trying to say. But anyway, not a bad grinder, but for lighter projects, you really don't want to be, you know, giving it all. And in that video I was talking about, this one shuts off a significant amount, and the battery has a lot to do with that too, because it has thermal protections and it doesn't want a certain amount of amps or volts, whatever, leaving it at any one time or at a certain speed. I have got one of those 6 amp fancy batteries, forge batteries for it, and I use it on it and my others. But I also got an 8 amp hour and a 9 amp hour. I probably need a bigger forge battery, and it's probably my next, either an 8 or 12 for use with these and a circular saw and stuff like that. With that being said, about the time you run a 6 amp hour battery down on this, you probably want to change it out. This is the fuel version. This fuel version, I've had it for a minute. It is a 2780-20. Man, that's so much easier to read. 2780-20 is the fuel version. It does so much better. It's just, it was made a little better. The handle is a little better made, a little more comfortable, a little more shock absorbing. I like the paddle switch. It doesn't suck the battery down quite as fast. It lasts just a little bit longer on the same battery. I love these two. They're my grab it and go, and they do a lot of projects. But if you're doing some serious grinding, you're going to need some serious horsepower, and you're going to need to go to a corded. A corded with a bigger wheel, I think, is this 7 or 8 inches? I can't remember. What does my thing say here? It is a 7 inch. This is a Dewalt 840, a DW 840. I bought this through Amazon. I got some kind of deal on it. I got a carrying case and some wheels. And after looking up a bunch of them, this come with 6 wheels. After looking up a bunch of them and adding up the price of the wheels, you just couldn't buy them. You just couldn't buy just the grinder alone and buy the wheels for what I was buying this whole kit for, even compared to some of the similar. I bought this for a big job I had. I was replacing the spreader bar on a dump truck, and it done outstanding. It cut weld right off wherever I needed to, ever how fast I needed it to. As you've seen in this open video, it does a great job. I mean, it just does a great job. But here's the thing, they're all different. They're all suited for something different. If you're not doing a whole lot and you just need a daily one, get you something small by a reputable company, a corded version, especially if you're not needing to go out and do stuff out in the field or what have you. It's not too bad to drag around the cord, and it's not super expensive. You can buy them, different ones. I'll put some links to ones I would trust down below. You can buy them probably 60, 70, 80 bucks for something decent. This one, I would only get it if it was free again. I just would not buy this. This one, if you're doing enough to need a cordless, I would probably go ahead and spend the extra money and buy the M18 fuel. I don't know if there's upgrades to this. I've had this. I bought it not long after I moved here, so 6 years, maybe. Maybe 7 years. I don't know. I forget how long I've lived here sometimes. Moved here in July 16. It's 24, so it's 8 years. I've been here 8 years. So I bought this probably 7 years ago. And I bought this in 21. And I don't use it a whole lot because it is heavy. It will kick your butt, but it's going to take everything off a whole lot faster. So, you know, there is that. You're going to have to use it less time for the same project as any of these others. Not saying any of the others are bad, but they all got their stuff. Now, I'll probably throw some videos in here of them being used, some little clips, but that's a short overview of these. At some point, I'm actually going to test these two against each other. We'll see which one shuts off first, which one does the most work in X amount of time. I'm trying to figure out a good way to test them against each other. Maybe a Milwaukee versus Milwaukee type deal. But with that being said, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all watching. Hope y'all continue to watch my videos. If you don't mind, hit that like button. It's really going to help me out. It's going to tell people that you watched this video and you liked it. If you don't mind, share it with your friends and family. Maybe, you know, they want a little intro to grinders and stuff. And subscribe if you haven't already. Thank y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful week. Y'all take care of each other and be blessed. It's in your head. You ever think you've lost your tool for your grinder and you spend an hour looking for it? And then when you're not looking for it, you find it. I guess it'd be smart for me to put both of these. This is my Milwaukee one. This is my Dewalt one. Let's see if it'll fit. Nope. But of course, you know, maybe I should put it somewhere reasonable. Zombie, hey, 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 oh.